Well, I got up this morning, went for a drive. I thought I'd come out here do some prospecting in an area. I get here, this is what I find. Gonna make it kind of difficult. I don't know if that sun will melt it off or not. But boy, was I ever surprised. Well, looks like our high mountain rock hounding season will be coming to a close early this year. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can get across over there and maybe continue on. Well, it didn't get any better, so I'll have to give up on this till next year. First snow up in here, and it's not too bad. I don't think this is going to melt off. As a matter of fact, there was more clouds coming in, so it could even get worse, so I don't want to get stuck up here. Well, I'm going to go see if I can find something down in the lowlands. Sun's just coming up too, but I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot here. Hi, Old Guy Adventures here. Yesterday I went up and I was up above the Nile, and I was going to do some exploring up in there to an area that I thought would have some real good material. But as you saw, it got full of snow. So today I came up here. I came up here yesterday, but it was just pouring rain, and you don't want to get on these hillsides when there's lots of rain. But today I'm going to be up there, probably pretty close to in there. And the other hunt I did with Jared and Sarah, a lot of people have been asking where we were. Well, we were out in there. You can see that flat kind of rock up in there. We were on the back side of that on the very top. So, but you get up into those canyons high up in there, and you can find those veins of green jasper. This area here, I'll be looking for agates. I've found moss agates in here before, but it wasn't the trip I had planned, but it's the one I'm gonna get. So yeah, I'm gonna go on up there and see what I can find. I'm gonna go up here. There's a pull off. They got a rock shop up there, and just past it there's some there's a pull off in there, and that's the entrance into the First Creek area. Okay, I'm down here in the lower areas of this First Creek area, and as you can see, it's brushy, and there's a lot of overburden over this. In order to find agates really in here, I mean, you can find them down here, just not that plentiful. You have to gain elevation. You got to get up on these ridges and work them up, and I'll probably have to gain at least 500 feet in elevation before I start into anything. These streams, you can walk up through them. They have been heavily picked over the years, and there hasn't been a big gully washer in here in a long time. Actually, there's a road back here, and when they put this road in, I walked up it, and I found some nice big geodes in here. So there are geodes even just down in here, but they're under all this overburden. So got to gain elevation, and that's what I'm going to go do. Well, I was over there, and I really wasn't finding anything. I came up this ridge, and now I'm starting to find a little bit of quartz. Here's an agate. Here's another agate right there.
And I can see pieces and everything in here. That one there's actually got some color to it too. But yeah, just crossing a ravine can change everything on your hunting. And the view up here, that is spectacular. Yesterday I was out past those hills there. I can still see a skiff of snow, but I was up above the Nile. And yeah, winter's on its way. And yeah, little farms down there, beautiful. Yeah, I still got a long ways to go, but when I get up in there, there's lots of agate up there, so I should find something. Yeah, I'm going to follow this ridge right on up. I better get to it, because talking about it ain't going to get me there. Yeah, I came across this here. Sure darker basalt in here, right in through here. And I see right up there, there's kind of a hollow where probably the snow packed in there and pushed the dirt down. Oh yeah, and it looks to be that same material right here. Not really sure what that is, but it is interesting. I don't see really anything that I'd want to take home, but yeah, that is interesting. And it seems to be a real dark color, but I don't see any seams or anything. Seems like there would be one right in there, but nothing. Well, I'm going to continue on up. This is where it starts to get good, so I'm going to get to it. But that bush is where I just found that darker basalt. Now I walked over this way just a little bit and I found these two agates. This one here, it's got some banding and it looks like it's got some blue lines in it. I don't know if those will hold. This one here looks like it might have some color down in it also. I'm going to keep these two. But like I say, when you're in the Teanaway and you just find something that's different. And see, as I was coming up here, I found that basalt down below. I found that agate seam, and then this dark colored basalt. And when you start finding different things, yeah, really keep your eyes open within that area, because the agates always seem to be a little better. And that's what I'm hoping, is maybe just right in here I might find some good ones. But, and that's in the Teanaway. That's the difference between walking away with a bunch of Teanaway grays and finding something that might be a little better. Yeah, that there, it might hold a little bit of color there, but, and I think I was up over there and I found something good many years ago. Right there on the other side of the ridge I found good stuff. Out over there, a couple ridges over, lots of geodes over there. So I mean, you can walk up in here and you can find all sorts of stuff. You just got to explore, and this is my favorite type of rock hound, is just exploring. And I got the place to myself with a spectacular view. Can't ask for much more than that. Okay, I've walked up here a little bit further. I got up here a little ways and I had to go chase my hat. The wind blew it off. I found this little agate there. It's got some lines in it. It's not very big. I'm going to leave it. I found this, and the color, starting to get some color. And then I found this big piece. It's not very beautiful, but it's big. It tells me that there might be a vein in here someplace. I'll see if I can find any more that big, because like in veins, the colors can change. And it may be right in here someplace. But this is what I like to do, is do some exploring. If I want to just find agates, I'd just go over there. See that scree over in there? I know there's lots of agates over there. So I could have just walked up the hill, went up there, picked some agates, and went back home. But I like to explore a lot of these areas because, you know, if you did that, I'd have never known that there might be possibly something good here. I think I've been up there, but I don't think I've been down here. Usually I come up that ravine and I'll hit the scree that's in amongst all that bush in there, because every year the snows get deep up in here and it just pushes stuff down in there, and I've found good agates in there. And yeah, I know I've been up over there. That's where I find a lot of good geode pieces. I don't find full geodes unless it's in the basalt. I'll find them, you know, but you find a lot of good pieces over in there. But this here I haven't really searched before, I don't believe, and I think I'll continue on right on up this ridge. And I know when I get to the top I can find agates up there too. There's lots of them up there, but that's lots of a hike also. Yeah, like I said, I thought there might be a few geodes above me, and that there I'll take. And I found this piece here that was just over there. I found this is a gray agate. I'll keep it. This here started with some banding. It's pretty fractured. I'm going to leave it. And that there's nothing. But yeah, the rains, it poured rain yesterday, and that's helped me today, or it's going to help me today. I'm going to work across this here. I think I've been on this hillside before, and I've found that type of stuff. I want to go over there because I think in that scree right there, I had found agates that held their color pretty good. And I think that's the one I was in. So I'm going to work my way over there, then I'll work my way back across the ridge and go over there, and then I'll get enough agates to take home. Unless, of course, I fill my pack in here, which could happen. But yeah, that's a good find. Hopefully I'll find some more. Okay, I was over there. That's where I found that geode piece. I'm in this ravine between these two sides here, and this is the scree, you know, gravels that get washed down. Now that I'm right in here, I find this lighter piece here, then I find a darker piece here, and then this one here's dark there, and then as I was just looking, and right here I'm back to a lighter piece. Yeah, that's not a bad agate either. Okay, now generally if you're on a big stream, it's just stuff that washes down. You don't really have any clue other than it came from upstream, but it could have came in from, you know, other streams. This here, I mean, these agates came from either this side or this side. And like I say, there's something going on in here that causes a difference. So these agates probably came from one side, and more than likely these came from another side.
Now it's for me to determine
Which side's which, because I would prefer to find these, and those others not so much. And I don't see any others. If I probably walked up through here, I would probably find more stuff, or down below, because that looks like all big material. Might be hard to dig through that, but I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to go right over here and see what's on this hillside, and hopefully it's this. Yeah, let's go find out. Okay, right there is where I would find those agates. I came up this side here, and I'm already finding, that's a lighter color. This here's a lighter color. I see there's more right in there. So I think I picked the right side. I just got to find the right agates. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot lighter colors in here. So hopefully I can find something good. I'm going to get into this scree right back over here. And hopefully I'll find something that'll hold its color. And then I'll work my way up maybe a couple 100 feet and see what I find. Well, way down in there, all I found was a bunch of quartz. I am going to work my way up. I found this. That's different. I think I'm going to keep that. I like it. Oh, there's an agate right there. Yeah, it doesn't give me a whole lot of indication too much, but yeah, that's different. I'll work my way right up here and see what's washed down over the years, and I might work my way up about another 100 feet or so, and then I'll cross over and get some agates, and then I'll head on home. Okay, here I've kind of got a slide area right in here, and it's going to tell me pretty much what's on this side. And what I'm looking at in here, there's quite a bit of quartz, but then there's, it looks like a little bit of geode, and here we have that dark agate, which I suspected came from this side of the ravine, just because I had walked that way, not because I'd been here before. Yeah. But now I see right over here though, that kind of washout comes from this other side. So it's going to tell me maybe what's on this side. So I'm going to go through both of them, and hopefully that the snows just haven't pushed everything over there. That could happen also, because there's still a down slide here. But I'm going to probably get up to that tree up there, and then I'm going to head on across. Yeah, there's lots of agate here. I mean, well, that's what I'm going to do. Crisscross back and forth here and see what I find. Well, I came up through here. I found some interesting pieces. Got a nice little geode piece there. And this one here. I like this one. It's small, but I like it. I'll keep that. Now this here, that's got some seam agate in it. It's got a lot going on there. And that might be some calcite in there. I'll have to put that under a black light. I think I'd love to take a black light right up this ravine. Yeah, it's got some banding in it. This one here, it has some color in there, and on the outside it's a light color, but in the inside there it's got some banding. I'll keep that one. This here just was bright and I picked it up. It's got some banding in it. I'll throw that one in there too. So, well, I think I've went up with this one as far as I want to. I'm going to head on over, across a couple of ravines there, and I'll go find some agates over there. I know there's some fairly good sized ones sometimes, so, and we'll do that. Well, I was about to head out over there and get some agates, but I have just changed my mind. I walked onto the other side of this ravine and I started finding this agate here, and let's see, what else did I find here? I found some geode pieces. There's another geode piece. Lots of geode pieces. There's that there. And right here, there's a nice little banded agate. There's some agate. There's some more geode piece. There's just agate all over in here. And there's one that's, I'll throw that in there. But I can see just everywhere on this hillside, so I may spend the rest of my time right here. I think I'll find more than enough for me to, yeah. And I don't think I've ever been on this particular hillside, so it's new to me. And I'm going to see what I can find in here. There might be some geodes and who knows what, or this might be just all there is, but I'm gonna go through it, and that's a little piece of geode there. But yeah, no sense me walking away from one just to go to another. Yeah, I'm gonna head right on up here. Yeah, this is something. I'm just walking along here, just picking up all this pieces of geode. I can see it down there. I can see it all up in through here. In my bag, I haven't filmed a lot of it, because after you've seen it for a bit, you might as well. Oh, that's an agate there. But yes, I think I'm just going to spend the rest of my time in here picking it up. And there's, banded agates in here also. Nothing too spectacular on the agate, but it's still got something going on, so I'll pick it up. But all this, well, I keep looking down at everything, and I forget to turn around and look at the view. Yeah, I think I'm done up here. My batteries are getting low, and we'll end it with this view. So, well, there is geode everywhere up here. I'm having fun, and but at some point I have to leave. What a view. Well, I've been coming down the hill here, and I've been finding this. This hillside's got lots of rhyolite on it. And anytime you find rhyolite, you have a chance of finding blues. So, this here would be an area that I'd probably concentrate on, but not today. Okay, after coming down out of there, I found some Pretty good agate, some geode pieces. That was one of the bigger pieces I found. I kind of got them soaking over here in this gold pan over here. And a lot of the different geode pieces. And there's some agate. Yeah, that there's even got a light blue tinge to it. A lot of bandings on them. And these are some of the better ones. Yeah, it looks like we might get some rain. I guess that happens when you're in Washington. But yeah, pretty good agates. You know, they make some good tumblers and stuff. I was happy. Yeah, nice rain. They got some grays and, you know, some of them. There's a lot of nice banding in them, which I like. Some of them are light colored, but that's okay. And then there was one that was in the matrix still, kind of like that. But there was another one that had a slight blue to it, not much. It'd turn gray when it's all done. But one of the other things I found when I was coming out was this right here. This is some rhyolite, and usually the rhyolite wonderstone kind of looks like this up in there when you find it. But I was coming down and I started finding, you know, it had this kind of almost glassy sound to it, versus this here was another piece. See, it doesn't have that glassy sound. But if it has this kind of sound, then it kind of tells you that you can polish, you know, that it'll probably take a good polish. Now this piece here, it didn't polish up good. Part of it did, part of it did not. So this could be on the edge or something, and it wasn't, just didn't form that well. But now this stuff here, now we're getting water on it, it took a good polish. That there, you know, and you got some decent scenes in there. So and now this one here took a real good polish. And I just did this with my angle grinder, and it didn't take me long. I suppose if I put it over on my lap machine and did some, I could really make this stuff come out pretty good. But that there, I found there was quite a bit of it there. I only grabbed a few pieces because I was coming back out, and with Wonderstone, you know, you just never know what you really have until you work it. But after these two pieces here, I will definitely go back, because there was quite a bit there, and I don't usually see it this quality. And I can only imagine digging down. I was right there where it was, you know, the source of it. But digging down, I'm sure you can get better. You can get away from there. Was a little bit of fracturing you can see there and right there. And this is with surface material. There's just a couple of pieces I grabbed. You know, on the back side here, what I saw, you know, it's a lighter. Now I was hoping it would hold this lighter color, but as soon as you get in there, it gets this darker color, which, you know, I don't mind either. This one here did hold the lighter color, but just not the quality of this here. So, but yeah, you know, my first place I wanted to go to, I got snowed out, and I was really looking forward to going out into there. So then I just went down up onto First Creek and just figured out whatever I can find is what I find, and that it turned out to be a good day. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.